Wow, Stormfront is a friggin' psycho. I like to see the lights go out. Who hurt you, Storm Lady? Hey everyone, I'm Brent the Middleman, your middle-aged, middle manager in Middle America, here today with my thoughts on episodes 1, 2, and 3 of The Boys Season 2. I would be talking about the whole season, but Amazon, in the words of Billy Butcher, are a bunch of see you next Tuesdays. And we only got the first 3 episodes. But 3 episodes was enough to get me hooked for season 2, damn it, so I'll be tuning back in every Friday to get more super asshole goodness. Before we jump in, I just want to remind everyone of the giveaway I will be doing when I hit 1,000 subs. All you have to do is subscribe, like my videos, and leave a comment to be entered to win. The more videos you like and comment on, the better your chances will be. Oh, and spoiler alert for The Boys Season 1 and the first 3 episodes of Season 2. Okay, let's do this. None of us will forget the beginning of Season 1 when Huey and his girlfriend were sharing a tender moment on the side of the road, when A-Train slammed into her like Butcher slammed their stolen boat into the side of Lucy the Whale. I don't have an exact count, but I'm pretty sure Season 2 may have already matched the old covered in body goo count of Season 1. Let's take a look at what we've seen so far. First, there was the creepiest superhero yet, Gecko, getting his arm chopped off for money. Luckily, the other body part was amputated off screen. Then the nameless smuggler who had every bone in his arm broken by a boat that was psychically slammed down on him. There was the CIA lady's head getting popped like a grape by a mystery superhero. Then there was Kimiko ripping a terrorist's head off as he went over plans to use her brother to destroy a bridge. As I mentioned above, there was Butcher slamming his dinghy into Lucy the Whale, and it was actually worse than it sounds. Oh, and how can we forget Stormfront snapping the wrists and then the neck of Kimiko's brother after intentionally killing half of the apartment complex he was hiding in. If there is something I forgot, please let me know in the comments. This season also introduced us to a few new characters like Gecko, who I mentioned above, and I am still cringing. But before they could bring in the new, we had to go out with the old. At the start of Season 2, we all said goodbye to Translucent, the super peeping Tom of the 7 who was taken out by Huey with a butt bomb in Season 1. The funeral may have actually been more cringy than the Gecko scene. Madeline Stillwell also got her goodbye in true The Boys fashion, with a made-for-TV movie about Billy Butcher blowing her up. So good. One new character came and went super quickly. Blindshot, the daredevil of the Boys universe, whose main strength, his super hearing, quickly became his main weakness when Homelander ear-slapped him and let us know that the 7 is not a handicap-friendly organization. We got to meet Eagle the Archer, the Boys' answer to Hawkeye, who hilariously ran out of arrows while fighting a group of people with guns. Yes, we all know it's ridiculous. Eagle helps the Deep escape his rock bottom by introducing him into a cult who has a mystery leader who has an interest in helping the Deep get back in the 7. We also got introduced to Mr. Edgar, the only non-superhero capable of scaring Homelander, and in a show full of heartless egomaniacs, definitely reigns supreme. The final big-time new character is Stormfront. Much like Homelander in Season 1, we go a couple of episodes thinking she is just overconfident because of her powers, but she is only after bad guys. But like Homelander and the airplane, we see Stormfront and the apartment building. Wow, she literally gives no fucks about anyone. She killed the kids just because they were screaming about their dad being murdered, and then said the words all actors want to say when playing a bad guy. Look at me. I like to watch the lights go out. Holy shit, that was terrifying. Even Kimiko, who is a stone-cold killer, was like, no thanks, I'm out of here. Season 2 quickly answered some lingering questions from Season 1. A-Train survived, but he's got a weak ticker, and that is affecting his powers. Homelander let Butcher live because he made a deal with Butcher's wife that she would let him be around his son if he let Billy survive. But Billy has no idea where the house is. He just has what he could remember before Homelander dropped him off in a parking lot in the Midwest. I have heard that we will be getting a short movie about what Butcher was doing between running out of the restaurant and reuniting with the boys, and that will come after the season. Maeve is still scared shitless of Homelander and just wants a regular life with her girlfriend, who she was finally able to be honest with about why she left her, because Homelander would have killed her if he knew Maeve had someone else in her life. Most women want a guy who is that committed, right? We got to see Black Noir show off his powers, and we learned that he is completely invincible after surviving an explosion. but that he also has a soft spot in his heart for kids, and that something happened with him as a child, because when he learned about the Compound V, he was crying, I think. Or he may be the worst person on a show filled with awful people, and he was laughing about the Compound V story, and he tried to scare that little kid while holding his dad's severed head, not trying to make him laugh. I hope we find out. Starlight is still trying to help Huey take down Vought, and they actually succeed in getting Compound V to the media. But Mr. Edgar, like all good corporate executives, nicely sidestepped the bad press by creating an even bigger news story about terrorism. Good thing that wouldn't happen in real life, right? We also got some really good background on Mr. Vought, who we learned Hitler let experiment on the Jewish prisoners during World War II, but he avoided being a war criminal by switching sides during Operation Paperclip. Google it. And using his Compound V to get in good with the US government and start Vought Industries. Mr. Edgar mentions one of the first superheroes, Soldier Boy, and I really hope we get this character on the show. In the comics, Soldier Boy is a parody of Captain America and leads a company of soldiers called the Avenging Squad. Sound familiar? But because Soldier Boy is so stupid, the whole squad gets killed by the Germans, except for an American named Mallory, who finds a severely wounded Soldier Boy and kills him with a grenade. There's a newer version of Soldier Boy in the comics as well, who we should be seeing in Season 3 played by Jensen Ackles, but I won't spoil anything about that character. Let's just say that he and Homelander get, close, but it's definitely not gay. Finally, some of the open mysteries after the first 3 episodes that we need to keep an eye on. Who smashed the CIA lady's head? Sorry, I'm bad with names and too lazy to look it up. Who is the Dr. Park that Butcher's wife ran to for help? And is that a giant Truman Show town that is set up just for her to raise Homelander's son to be a good guy? Do other superheroes live there, or is it all just for Homelander's son? They may have realized that they need an all-powerful superperson who isn't a stone-cold psychopath. Yeah, good thinking. What are Homelander's son's powers? Kyle. His name's Kyle, right? Is he more powerful than Homelander? Will they face off? Team up? All 3 of them with Butcher? Everyone team up to save Lucy the Whale's family? What? I'm just theorizing. What happened to Stormfront that made her so evil? We saw what happened to Homelander. He was raised with no parents, all alone in a lab cage. But what's up with Stormy Daniels? In the trailer, she gets Homelander to eye laser her boobs. Will they hook up and be an evil team? Will Huey be able to get his second wind, Starlight? Will Huey turn out to be the special guy in the group that nobody knew was special? And last but not least, who in the church cult is helping the Deep and why? And the final item, for real, how funny is it that Homelander is intent on calling the super terrorists super villains when he is the true super villain? Perhaps he will embrace the villain role at some point and break from Vought. They've already been planting the seeds that he wants to leave. Maybe he will start his own super villain team. I haven't read the comics, so be careful with spoilers in the comments, but I'd love to hear your theories. All in all, a fantastic way to start the season. I am totally hooked and I can't wait for next Friday. I just wish I could binge it, but it's important to learn patience. But I'm middle-aged and you can't teach an old dog new tricks, so just give me the whole season, damn it. Once again, I'm Brent the Middleman. Thanks for watching.